Hi everyone, welcome to Bookish Nook, and today I am reviewing Losing Hope by Colleen Hoover. This is the second book to Hopeless. This is not a follow-up on their story. This is the exact same story, but from Dean Holder's perspective. Now, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, you should leave now and read Hopeless, then read Losing Hope and come back. I'll give you a quick synopsis of what Hopeless is about so that you know. Hopeless is about a girl named Sky who's been homeschooled her entire life, and she decides to finally go to public school for her last year of high school. A whole bunch of secrets become unraveled because of Dean Holder, and the story is beautifully sad. It's definitely worth the read. I talked a lot about it in my top 13 of 2013 video, so go check that out. Alright, so Losing Hope. Losing Hope is hopeless from Dean Holder's perspective, but it also adds a lot of scenes that were not in Hopeless. So it begins with Dean's sister. We see a little bit of her before she commits suicide, which was nice. You get a little grasp of her character and what drives Dean, because her character is what drives Dean most throughout the story, and it's nice to see that. His love for her is clearly depicted throughout this entire novel. But what I really liked about this novel was the way the author, Colleen Hoover, decided to incorporate diary into the story. So Dean finds a blank diary from his sister that she was supposed to use for therapy but never ended up using, and he writes like a diary entry periodically throughout the novel to her. And they're really funny and really sad, and they really give you a good sense of what Dean is feeling throughout the novel. Colleen Hoover's writing in this is flawless and fantastic, and I was so mesmerized by the way she wove together the components of the story, and I was very impressed. I think I enjoyed this novel more than Hopeless just because of the way her writing was so seamless. It was beautiful and mesmerizing. I gave this a 5 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. It's definitely worth checking out. Now for the spoiler review of this book. I think my favorite part of this book was Daniel's character, so that's Holder's best friend. He was so funny, and he really brought a lighter element to the story because it is a heavy story. It's so funny in the cafeteria scene when he's on the table yelling at all his classmates and, seeing if they want clarification for the rumors that started, and he actually points out a few people. And it's really great because it gives this element of lightness, like I said, but it also shows you Dean and Daniel's relationship. They're a lot more than best friends. They're almost like brothers. They have this understanding. They can silently communicate to each other and understand what the other wants. I really enjoyed it, and I also enjoyed his little side story, which is explored further in Finding Cinderella. I thought that was really a nice introduction for it. I also really enjoyed, as I said, the diary entries. They're really funny because Dean comes to this place where he refuses to accept responsibility for what happened and blames his sister for it in the diary entries, and they're really funny despite the heaviness of it, and I really enjoyed it. Just to give you a sense of one of the diary entries, this is probably one of my favorite ones. It starts off, "You left your jeans in the middle of the bedroom floor. It looks like you just stepped out of them. It's weird. Why would you leave your jeans on the floor if you knew what you were about to do? Wouldn't you at least throw them in the hamper? Do you not think about what would happen after I found you and how someone would eventually have to pick up your jeans and do something with them? Well, I'm not picking them up, and I'm not hanging all your shirts back up either." It just these entries just really, as I'm emphasizing, giving you a sense of his state of mind, and they're throughout the book, so it really gives you a really good sense of what he's thinking, what he's feeling, and what he plans to do. I did feel as though the ending was rushed compared to Hopeless. This story is from Dean's perspective, so we don't get the internal monologue that Sky has when she goes through seeing her father at the end and all the stuff that unrolls there. So I felt like it was kind of brushed off, but with good reason because we don't have her internal monologue. I was absolutely devastated. Nope, that's not the word to use. That is only reserved for mothers and brothers. it was really saddening to watch or read his reaction when he finds out that his sister was another victim of Sky's father. That broke my heart. Absolutely broke my heart. This book did that a few times over, but it also mends it because the story is just so captivating. So as I said, I gave this a 5 out of 5 stars on Goodreads, and if you're looking for something different, then you should definitely pick up Hopeless and then Losing Hope. They are definitely worth the read, and Colleen Hoover's writing is fantastic. If you've never read anything by her, this is a great place to start. So you should definitely pick these up, and I really hope you enjoyed this review. Bye!